Everybody, this is AMC Retail, and today we're going to be reviewing kind of what AMC did and what we can expect in the future, and especially with the market conditions that happened today, October 25th, 23, with the market conditions that Google and Microsoft kind of led us into and dragged the whole market down. But looking at AMC, I actually bought some at 9.19 because in my opinion that was a pretty good. I think 50 um our 50 simple moving average is at 9.3, so arguably anything, I wouldn't say this is not financial advice, but anything below 9.3 would be a good buy. But it's just an indicator saying that, hey, it's looking like a good deal, such as like maybe a car drops, let's say, 2 grand in price. Well, that's a good indicator that there might be additional room for the dealership to drop it, possibly, 5 or 10,000, depending on which vehicle and how much margins there are per se. So if we scroll down here, we can see 919. That's a pretty good drawdown compared to what our Bollinger, or not our Bollinger, but our Kettler channels are. And Kettler channels and Bollinger Bands are essentially the same thing. They're a little bit different in terms of how they measure um, the candles, but essentially, I wouldn't say they're the same thing, but they do similar tasks. So I might accidentally call these Kettler channels Bollinger Bands, which is my mistake, but these are Kettler channels. So the drawdown of 919 to our Kettler channel is pretty good, in addition to the 50 SMA and then the Moxie. Remember, in my last video, I talked a lot about this Moxie, but essentially, this is like how much gas we have left in the tank. Well, it's been going down, but the thing is, our price action is below the 50 SMA. So with the price below the 50 SMA of this kind of purple magenta line, but the Moxie is above 0, which is at 1.353. That's a good sign of a reverse trampoline effect. Essentially, imagine trying to push down a, let's just say, a bouncy ball or an inflatable ball underwater. It's just gonna want to shoot right back up, which we've been seeing a lot with this trampoline effect, right? So our price action, the past few days or the past weeks, we're under the 50 SMA. The thing is, we're over the Moxie 0 indicator line. And then so we see jumps, up and down. And of course, let's say here you buy at 952, you're still going to make profit if you sold somewhere between, 973 or 976. And of course, these numbers aren't that, you know, dramatic, but the thing is, nonetheless, it still shows the fundamentals that this kind of indicates like what we're doing. There's like a trampoline effect. We're pushing the ball under, but the thing is, there's no way it's gonna stay here. So then it shoots back up and then back down, back up, and then that leads us till today. We kind of pushed the ball down, and then it went pretty, like, really high up, and then now we're kind of back on the down. And then tomorrow, I mean, who knows really. You could say that today's price action due to the Google and Microsoft is an overreaction, so you might see a nice, a nice upside. But according here, I mean, it seems like there's a good reverse trampoline effect, especially if you bought in. I mean, if I just, it's really all chance, to be honest. But of course, if you waited till like almost $9 flat, I mean, I did it at 918 and I bought 707 shares. But let's take a look at Google. Okay, so here you can see on the daily, I mean, this Moxie indicator tells us some very, very good information, at least if you wanted to make a trade. It's telling us here 1.9, where it crossed the 0. We're starting to go positive, and then hey, it's right here. It's telling us, hey, you might think of buying in right here. And then we're building up, we're building up, we're building up, and then right here, it's like, hey, we noticed that like our gas tank's slowing down, our price action is going down, volume. So maybe you should think of selling. And then it told us to buy in again right here and then sell up here. But I really want to see where it told us to buy in. Let's just say you bought in at $86. This indicator would have told us to sell roughly at 134. So if anyone knows the quick math, please put it in the comments. But 134 subtract 86, that's a $48 gain. I mean, honestly, okay, not really, but if you held on to it a little bit longer, let's say 172, you could have made even more money. But and then so anyways, this Moxie indicator told us that we should have bought here, sold here. And then if we quickly zoom in here, closer, take a shot for every time I say that, it says 132, and it's suggesting us that, hey, you might want to look into buying this. And then so that's 132, and then at let's just say 140, so it's a $10, intraday trade or multi-day trade, just by a little bit. That's not bad. So what's another one? I think I was looking up, oh yeah, the S&P. Let's see what it says about the S&P. So there's actually very good info with this indicator about some good. It doesn't necessarily tell you when to buy and sell. It just indicates what times it we can't suggest to do those. So it told us the low essentially at 3775. And it suggested a sell at, well, you could have done this one, honestly. I'm gonna be fair. Okay, so it's like a little under $300 price movement, which isn't bad. However, it also told us to buy in again at 39.64. And it suggested a sell at 44.50. So that's a huge gain. And then now it's trading roughly slightly downward, but at a slightly downward sideways. So that was a good call on the indicator, right? But anyways, going back to AMC. I mean, what else is there to really say about it? It looks like arguably there's a play set up, as I said, with the reverse trampoline move, but I mean, who knows? I mean, so many things going on in the market right now, so all there is really just to essentially take it day by day and see where it goes. I mean, I already made some money. I mean, bought in at 919. It's at 928 right now, so that was a pretty good move. If you want more kind of analytical stuff or what's happening in the market, feel free to subscribe, and have a great day.